Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me? Type in, say yes. Just type in yes if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hold on 1 second. Do you have wine? Okay, awesome, perfect. I got a few yeses. That's awesome. All right, the reason I'm here is a lot of you want to know the face behind the cereal poster. And I wanted you guys to get to know me. I'm not a local. I'm, I guess, relatively new to Nanaimo, just shy of 10 years. So a lot of people don't know me. I just came into town and started my business, bam, and didn't really get to know anybody. So I figured the best way to reach out to everybody here is to do some FaceTime. And I'm hoping that will get people to know me a little bit better and feel better about possibly using my services. So how a lot of people are wondering who I am and how I got started. They want to see again the person behind the cereal poster. And basically, I came to Nanaimo in 2010, and I came with my teenage daughter. I was at that time a single parent, and I was just quitting the movie industry. I was a visual effects and 3D animator in the movie industry for approximately 22 years. I have my base background is actually fine art and classical animation, and from there I got into the technology field and just went full force. I started doing animation, live TV, and I worked in LA for approximately 8 years. And then I moved back to Canada and worked in Toronto for City TV for 4 years, and worked out of New York as well on some additional projects. And then I started teaching right after that. Everybody says, wow, that sounds pretty sexy. Actually, in reality, it's not. I was inside a TV station quite often. It wasn't fun at all. Uh, I didn't have much of a life. I was always traveling or always had my nose in a book or in front of a computer somewhere, learning the newest software so I can go ahead and utilize it or teach it. And basically, at the end of the day, I became very burnt out and I just did not want to do it anymore. I was done. After 22 years, that was it. And I moved to the island with my daughter, and I wanted a fresh start. I didn't want to go back into the rat race. That was it. And I loved it here so much, I had to figure out a way to stay. And all I knew was I didn't want to go back into the TV industry anymore, and I was done with technology. So I spent about a year figuring it out. It took me a while. I didn't know. I was on the fence. I almost went back. I almost moved to Vancouver, and yeah, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So I did some soul searching for about a year, and I was online one day and I saw an ad. I don't know how I saw it, but it was from a Russian cosmetic tattoo artist, and she had done the most beautiful eyeliner. And again, the industry there is several years ahead of us. So they're doing just amazing stuff, and they're always so far ahead of what we're doing here. And I just looked at it and I thought, wow, okay, I think this is what I'm going to do. So I started an apprenticeship. I didn't do a 2-day course. I didn't do the mini courses. I was actually looking at doing a 5-day course in Vancouver. She was offering all forms of cosmetic tattooing, and I thought, 5 days to tattoo around somebody's eye, lips, face, areola. Yeah, as a person with an art background, I thought there's no way I could comfortably do that without being terrified and without being concerned about making a mistake. So I thought there's got to be something else. So I found an apprenticeship, and I stuck it out for a year. I basically, at 43, had to reinvent myself and become a starving student again, literally, because the apprenticeship cost a fair amount, had to buy my own gear, and I was basically working for a very ungenerous commission, which is what you do when you're an apprenticeship because you're there to learn. So I stuck it out for about a year, and as much as I hated doing it and I hated being poor at 43, it was worth it. So I sucked it up and I did it, finished, and here I am a few years later. I rented a few places. And as you guys know, rental is hard to find here in Nanaimo, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're looking for a business space. It's even 10 times harder if you're looking for a space that needs to be specifically set up to do tattooing, body tattooing or cosmetic tattooing, which is what my partner, Jim, who does a body tattooing, that's what him and I were looking for specifically. We were looking for that perfect space that was going to be VHA happy, and we wanted to do things right. We wanted to not be under the radar. We wanted to offer our clients a safe and professional environment to get their work done. So it took me quite a few years. I did rent some space out of a few places. It took me about 5 years to finally find a place. So once we found it, we jumped on it. And basically, here we are right here. And I mean, I wanted to let people know that, I mean, if you're starting over again, it's never too late. I'm a perfect example of that. I was in a situation where there was just no going back. I just couldn't in my heart. I knew I had to follow my heart for once in my life and not follow my bank account, what was in my bank account. And because that just wasn't dictating my quality of life. It was my quality of life was very poor. I was doing nothing but working all the time, and I was working, which is okay if you have a real strong passion for it, but there was no passion with what I was doing after a while. It just created huge burnout. So here I am, and where we've gone is amazing, and I just want to let everybody know that I'm excited to be here, and I'm grateful every time because being self-employed isn't easy. You have months where you're going, oh, maybe I should be getting an additional job. Those thoughts do go through your mind. I talk to other people in the beauty industry, and I think, is it just me? And I was talking to a gal that does hair actually just a while ago, and she says every time this year she does the same thing. It's a cycle for the last 20 years. She says, oh my God, my work obviously sucks. I have no clients. I'm going to go out and I'm going to have to go get another job. Maybe wait on tables, maybe sweep floors. I don't know. And I laughed. I said, that's it. Exactly. That's exactly what happens every year. For a while you think, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Right? But it's part of being self-employed. And people think, well, isn't that stressful? It's like, well, it is, but it's all I've done my whole life, and I wouldn't do anything else. It's a different kind of stress. I couldn't sit in an office cubicle and work for somebody else. It's just not in my blood. So when I had this chance to get the apprenticeship, learn what I could, and I thought, what a great opportunity. I'm dealing with technology enough. Having to do all my advertising, my background in graphics and design has helped me save a little bit of money. But it's just another little thing that a little addition skill that I want to use just as little as possible and focus on my cosmetic tattooing. But I'm very, very grateful that I can offer this service. And every day I think, there's nothing better than making somebody feel so much better about themselves, especially when you're doing something in the realm of the paramedical field, especially hair revision or areola reconstruction or anything of that matter. Just you can't put a price tag on that as a business owner. So I feel very grateful and fortunate. As much as being self-employed comes with some stresses, I'm very grateful to be able to offer these services to everybody here. And I'm just really happy to be here on the island and enjoy the better weather the last several years. I do miss the sun, I'll be honest. Right around this time of year, I get I get a little cranky and very, very depressed unless I stick myself under a sunbed, as I'm sure a few of you can agree with that. But I guess that's it. That is me. That is where I come from. just to let everybody know, I won't be around for about a month. I am going to go to Texas because the teenage daughter I came with 10 years ago has now moved to Texas, and apparently I'm going to be a grandmother. So I want to go visit her for a month and help her out. And while I'm there, I'm probably going to be picking up some work. So that'll be kind of fun. It'll be a neat experience. Looking forward to that. And so another thing, just to let you guys know, I know people are phoning me and wanting to book in. I will be gone between middle of March till middle of April. So anytime before and after that, I'm going to be here. So I guess that's it. That's me. Any questions? Anybody? I'm a book. I'm an open book. So if anybody's wants any questions regarding cosmetic tattooing, I would love to answer, because I know that there's a lot of concerns, a lot of questions around procedures, touch-ups, removal, all of that stuff. By the way, I am going to be doing a live video regarding removal, because there are a lot of concerns. I'm getting a lot of clients in wanting removal, and there's a lot of different removal methods out there, lasers, type of applications that you can do to remove cosmetic tattooing. So that will be covered next week. But so again, any questions? Anybody? You want to ask me anything? Anything tattoo? Okay, no questions yet? All right. Okay, well, I will let you guys know that I'm sure you're aware that I have rebranded my company. The original name was Accessorize, and I have changed it to SXCESS Cosmetics. Now, there's a few reasons I did that. One was it just wasn't, that brand just wasn't me. I just couldn't identify with it. There was nothing that was attaching what I felt in my heart. It didn't speak to me. It didn't portray who I was as a company, as what I wanted to offer you guys. So I did do a change. Also, I was finding that there was some branding confusion, a lot of mispronunciation with it. Some people would say, oh, is that accessories? And then, of course, accessories, you think of clothing, which I did not want. So what I did was I did change it. And again, I changed it to SXCESS Cosmetics. The reason why, well, success, we want you to be, we want to have success in what we do for you. If you look at the logo, there is a little dragonfly in the logo. The dragonfly does signify transformation, and the dragonfly is orange. I picked orange because orange means joyful, happiness. That is the feeling of the color energy that orange emits. So I thought, this is perfect. Successful, joyous transformation, which is basically why I'm here. It's why I wanted to begin doing this second career for people. It's because it's such a feel good opportunity every day to go in and into work and have a blast, have some great conversations with a lot of my clients, and they get to leave and they get to feel so much better about themselves, no matter what I do, whether it's eyebrows or whether it's something paramedical. They're leaving feeling a little bit more confident and a little bit more better about themselves. So yeah, that is the reasoning behind that, because I was getting a lot of confusion, confusing texts and messages over the last few days thinking I was a different company, somebody, I sold my business. You know, there were questions like that. Nope, nope, it's still me. And oh, which brings me to, I do have to make an informal announcement that there will be a lovely gal starting with me in the next month. Her name is Rachel Hines, and she is a self-employed lady in the industry. She's fairly experienced, and she also has a microblading background. So I'm pretty excited about that. She's going to be learning some additional cosmetic tattooing, and she's going to be still under her little umbrella, under her business, but she's going to be become part of the team where I'm working, which leads me also to my partner, Jim. He owns Mystery Inc. And that's another area that you guys, I'm not sure, are familiar with. He does the body tattooing. Mystery Inc. is his company, but it's also the umbrella company for all of us that we're going to be represented under. So that being said, there's going to be another Instagram I will be showing people, and that's going to feature all of our work. It's going to feature my work as a cosmetic tattooer. It's going to feature Jim's work. It's going to feature Rachel's work, my apprentice. And Jim has an apprentice. She's already started. Her name's Hannah. She's an incredibly talented young girl. She does beautiful work, so we're super excited to have her on board. She's going to be part of the team as well. So we're changing, rebranding, and we're also doing a little bit of expanding too. So it's pretty exciting for us, and we love our location. I invite anybody to come and see us anytime. We are by appointment only, so you know, if you can just shoot me a text anytime and say, hey, I want to pop by. And if I'm in, I'll say, hey, I'm in. Or if you wanted to book a consult just to check out the place, say hi. You can book a consult as well. Yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. I'm still waiting for a question. I don't see any, though. Anybody? Questions? Okay, if not, I'm going to leave you with that information. And if you do have any questions about our company and or bookings, then you can feel free to text me direct at 250-734-2934. And I hope to hear from you soon. And that's it. Bye.